Now, in this discussion on digital identity, privacy, and our shrinking world, welcome back, Ava. We're going to explore now the intricate dynamics that surround digital identity and privacy in what is clearly, we keep talking about it, we are such an interconnected world, and that is becoming increasingly so. So this discussion is going to help us understand the evolving landscape of digital identity management, the importance of privacy protection as well, because it's become a key topic, and the implications of these factors on our global society, as it were.
Absolutely. Isn't our mobile phone now our 11th finger? So I think all of these factors really play a critical role. So today we're very privileged to have in our midst Nami Zarringhalam, who is the co-founder and chief strategy officer of Truecaller. So joining in for this conversation, he will provide very valuable insights into the challenges as well as the opportunities that are associated with managing digital identities in a world where privacy concerns, as we said, are becoming increasingly prevalent. So ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
Mr. Nami Zarringhalam, great to have you with us. This is the presentation that Mr. Zarringhalam is going to make. Over to you, sir.
All right. Namaste. Digital identity and privacy. Two topics that are very interesting and, of course, increasingly important. I'd like to start by asking the audience if you have parents that you're worried about, concerned about their safety and security. The security of our seniors is important, and I take this to heart with my mother. She wanted to come with me to India for this trip, for many trips, in fact, and for a very long time. This time, she finally made it. It's her first time here, and she's in awe, not just of the advancements in technology, but she sees also how India has surpassed Sweden, where we live, in many of these technological spaces. She's also in awe and inspired by the amazing people, the food, the culture, and the history that India has to offer. While we're here, she can make her phone calls and pay her bills and do anything she could have done at home. Technology can be amazing. Thanks to the digital access to her bank accounts, my mother can now enjoy less friction in her life. However, thieves, fraudsters, and charlatans want to be where there is access to money. The problem is, her money is here and on her phone. So how do they get to her without even being physically present? And how do they do this at scale? I think you all recognize the theme. They call her, they send her text messages, they knock on her digital door, pretending to be who they are not. And once they get in, they rob her of her money. They also rob her of her trust in herself, her own capability. They rob her of her trust in society and the sense of pride that she has had. What they would leave her with is a gut-wrenching sense of guilt and shame. How many of you here today have children who are on social media platforms? I also have two sons. They are 6 and 3. I miss them while I'm here, and just like any other parent, I would do anything for them. Soon they will reach the age where they take part of or create digital content. But once they start, it's enough with 2 seconds of a "I miss you, Daddy" video clip published on their favorite social channel for their voice to be stolen, synthesized, and made to say something that they never said, with the aim to trick me or my wife to think that they are in harm's way. For us to surrender everything in the panic of the moment to save them, just to later find out that we had been scammed by an AI. These are the challenges of our time, and make no mistake, if you haven't been hit by it yet, you will at some point. Because where there is access to money, there are also thieves, fraudsters, and charlatans. However, technology is just a tool. The one who swings the hammer can use it to destroy, but also to build. I'm Nami Zarringhalam, and I'm the co-founder of Truecaller. It's my honor to address you all today at this prestigious Global Business Summit, where we can discuss the transformative power of digital identities, privacy, and the ever-shrinking world in which we live. We have been in the business of identifying calls for a decade and a half, but we are now on the verge of something that is in equal parts groundbreaking and terrifying. AI is here to stay, and we had best be prepared for all that it brings, good and bad. Scammers have been around long before the telephone was invented. Historically, they have always been the first adopters of the latest technologies, and that also includes AI. The reason for this is simple. It allows for scalable business operations with little effort, low downsides, and huge potential upsides. And second, as a society, we are often ashamed of admitting how easily we accept fear of loss to overtake our sense of logic and reason. Many know of Truecaller as the app that saves them from spam. What few people may realize is that our services are AI-powered. Since almost 4 years back, we've been investing heavily in AI research and development, which is powering our capabilities from industry-leading instant detection of spam and scam to AI assistants answering calls on your behalf. All of this research and development has been made possible thanks to our community of users. 368 million users contribute by writing comments, editing names, and marking as spam every month. But how can you trust what people are saying in this day and time? Well, trust can only be earned, and that too is how our systems work. The challenge of these systems is to balance security and privacy. We do that by providing you with security against fraud, while ensuring you are in control of your data. The sense of privacy that you have in your home stems from the control you have of it. Nothing is shared to the outside world unless you have explicitly asked for it. That too is how Truecaller works. We enable full control of your own information. Edit your data, download your data, restrict your data, unlist yourself, or even delete everything permanently. You are in control. That is the way we have operated since inception. The sense of security you have at home similarly stems from the control you have. Nothing and no one can enter or leave without your permission, and you control that by peeping the door before inviting anyone in. But there is no such thing as privacy if you do not have security, and there is no such thing as security if there is no trust. That is what Truecaller is, your security layer in communication. making sure that you can trust the people you're letting in, because the neighbors would have already told you about the person. Not one neighbor, 368 million of them. Our users also educate themselves and each other on our platform or through various government-supported initiatives and trainings that we perform in rural communities. As we increase trade in this world, we also increase the need for communicating and transacting. We have thousands of business partners across the world for our Verified Business program. This is a service we provide to large businesses where we verify their phone numbers on our platform for the safety and trust of those businesses and their customers. However, every single one of our partners also knows that we have never whitelisted them or shared our users' data, and we never will. It's about setting a clear expectation with our business partners and protecting the level of trust that our users have with us. But we should also recognize and be cognizant of the fact that all of this interconnectivity, even across borders, makes the world smaller. As businesses are no longer confined by national borders, neither are privacy, security, or trust concerns. They are increasingly becoming main topics of discussions and regulations, which, unless done internationally and in collaboration, inevitably leads to a fragmentation of the globally optimistic and unifying nature of the Internet. Digital identities are only important if we trust the platform providing it. However, once there is trust, the most common output is financial and job opportunities, predictability and accountability in the social fabric of every society. These are the benefits that community-driven services bring when they have privacy, security, and trust by design. I will be really pleased to answer any questions you may have, and I look forward to having more conversations around this topic with our audience members here, industry colleagues, and friends from the media. Thank you for the opportunity to share these thoughts with you today, and thank you for listening.